And while I'm on the topic of this right here, I want to talk about how Firestone tries to just ignore the customer's request, right? So I just replaced the radiator fluid. I'm not talking about flush. I mean, I completely changed it from the old pink stuff to the blue stuff. Oh, blue, whichever one. The old stuff that was required in these vehicles, they come out with a better version that lasts 10 years or 150,000 miles, right? And they now require this new stuff in Crossers, right? So I call Firestone. I'm like, hey, listen, I'm trying to get my system completely flushed and the new product put in. And they basically, at the end of the day, said, no, you could just put the old stuff in and I'll be fine. And I'm like, no, that's not what I'm asking. Like, I want to know, can you put the new fluid in? Can you completely flush my system so the fluids don't mix and sludge my engine? They didn't sound confident at all. And I didn't feel like arguing with the guy over the phone over something that he should know. So I was just like, you know what? I'm going to do it myself, right? And it all started because I took the vehicle in and I wanted to get an alignment done. And when they did the alignment, I heard from another Firestone that these guys are going in and just turning the wheel. They're not aligning anything. They're just turning the wheel on the system, right? And not doing anything. So when I got it, it still kept pulling to the right. And I looked at the numbers and I'm talking at the beginning, it was 0.02. By the time they got done with it, it was 0.01. No change at all. Just going in there, turning the wheel, right? But I didn't know this was coming from another Firestone that they've been firing people doing that on the alignment machines, just turning the wheel, right? But they quoted me, they said I needed to replace my struts, my shocks, and some other stuff like the radiator fluid, the cabin filters, the engine filter, all that stuff, right? And they were quoting me like $2,200 to $2,500 just to do all this stuff. And again, if I had the time, I'm going to do it. So I ended up doing all of that work myself. I replaced the CV axles. I replaced the rotors, the brakes, the struts, the shocks. I flushed the whole radiator fluid system completely out with 100% distilled water, diluted it back down with concentrate, replaced the thermostat in the van because it was stuck open a little bit, still working but kind of stuck open, taking longer for the car to warm up. I did all that myself, and it didn't cost nowhere near no $2,200 to $2,500. It didn't cost nowhere near that. And this is what I'm talking about with robbery. I get it. Companies need to make money. They need to be in the profit. I understand. As a business owner, I would want to do the same thing, right? But there's a difference in robbing people just because you can and making profit, right? These people are greedy and it's just so sick, yo. It's so sick and you can't trust them to do the job. It's like you're paying, even if you pay all this money, you can't even trust them to do the job correctly, which is crazy. You would think if you're paying an arm and leg, they would fix your stuff.